grateful for you being here. So thank you very much for being here. Now, this is 2x plus y equals 2, and this is equation 1. And this is 3x minus y equals 13 rather, and this is equation 2. So we are going to eliminate one of the terms, okay? So we are going to eliminate, let us eliminate y, okay, by adding 1 and 2. So we are going to eliminate y by what? By adding equations 1 and 2. Okay, by adding equations 1 and equation 2 and equation 2. So we are adding the two equations together. So let's add. If you are adding equation 1 and 2 together, this will be 2x plus 3x. So when we add 2x plus 3x, we are going to have 2x plus 3x. Okay, then this is plus y minus y, then equals to 2 plus 13. So we have been able to add equation 1 and 2 together. You can see the terms are now combined together. So when we simplify these two, since they are similar, we are going to get 5x. Okay, this one we strike out this because they are equal and of opposite signs. So they will go and will now be left with 15. All right, so 13 plus 2 is 15. This is what we are going to be left with when we add up equation 1 and 2. All right, so this gives us this. Then we are going to divide both sides by 5. Why are we dividing both sides by 5? We are doing that because 5 is the coefficient of x, and we are actually here to find x. So we divide both sides by 5. If we divide by 5, we are going to get 5x divided by 5, and this is 15 rather divided by 5. So if we divide by 5, we are going to get x. X is 15 divided by 5. Okay, these two are going to cancel each other, and we'll be left with 15 divided by 5, and that gives us 3. All right, so with this, we've been able to find x, the value for x, by eliminating y. So we have cancelled y. Right here, you can see here we have cancelled y just to help us find the value for x. Now, what we are going to do next, okay, is for us to substitute. Right, we are going to substitute for x. Now, how do we substitute for x? It's simple. We can use any of the equations and do our substitution. So let's substitute for x. Okay, we substitute for x. Substitute for x in equation 1. Okay, we want to substitute for x in equation 1. Now equation 1 is 2x plus y equals 2. So now we want to substitute into equation 1. So when we substitute 2, equation 1 is 2x plus y equals 2. So this is actually equation 1. This is equation 1. And what we are going to do here is to substitute. So this is x, and x is 3. So we substitute here. We place 3 here, then plus y equals 2. So we have been able to use 3 to replace x in equation 1. All right. So when we multiply this, remember bracket means multiplication. So 2 times 3 is 6. So we're going to write 6 here, and this is plus y, and this is equals to 2. All right. So we can take this 6 to this other side. When we take this 6 to this other side, we'll be left with only y, and y will be 2 minus 6. 6 is plus here. When it is crossing, it changes to minus. Then 2 minus 6. 2 minus 6 is what? It's going to be negative. Don't forget, because here the bigger number is being subtracted from the smaller numbers. So the implication is that we are going to have a negative uh, number. Okay, so this will be minus. We are going to have minus here, and that is minus 4. This is exactly how we got it. The implication here is that our x is equals to 3, then our y is equals to minus 4. So this is the solution to this particular question. This is elimination method, and we have been able to solve this equation to this level, giving us this. If you want to know if we are correct, just bring this one here. This is 3. 2 times 3 is what? So just bring them here, and we are going to get what we are looking for. Okay, we'll get something similar. So yeah, we are going to get okay, this 2 plus 13, yeah, that's 15. Yeah, this, so this is exactly what we got here. Don't forget that we got our x to be 3 and our y to be this. So if we substitute for this 2 times x here, just bring in 3 here. 2 times 3 is 6, and this is y. So which is, this is 6 minus 4. 6 minus 4 is 2, right? So if we do the same thing here, we are still going to get our answer. Substituting for x and y, we'll get our answer. So it means that this is perfect, extremely perfect, okay, completely perfect. So this is how to test if what you got was actually correct or incorrect, so you can make your adjustment as much as you can, right? So this is the very first question for this evening. Thank you very much for being here. This is AZ Science TV. Is a platform where we solve questions, both difficult ones and complex and complicated ones, and technical problems in mathematics and physics, right? So we try to make things easier for you and make maths enjoyable. That is the essence of this particular channel. So our aim is to ensure that students succeed in their various examinations. So thank you for joining me. Please, in case you are joining me for the first time and you have not subscribed, please just smash the subscribe button so you can be a part of this growing family. I'll be more than happy to have you in this house. Thank you very much for being here and for paying attention to what we are doing here. So I appreciate the fact that you're with me. So I'm going to repeat what I have done so far. Tonight, we are dealing with simultaneous linear equation, and the method is elimination method. There are different methods, but we are using the elimination method, okay, not the substitution method or any other method. So here we are given two equations, equation 1 and 2. We name it equation 1 and 2, okay, for easy approach. Then we are to eliminate one of the variables. Which of the variable are we going to eliminate? Now it is important we understand which variable to eliminate. The variable to eliminate is gotten by equating the coefficients. Okay, you can see here, this is x, and we have 2 and 3. So the coefficient of x here in equation 1 and 2 are not equal. So we cannot eliminate this variable x, right? But for y, you can see that here we have 1 and minus 1. So they are equal, okay? Then we can eliminate them, right? So we can eliminate y. So we have to eliminate y by adding equation 1 and equation 2. Why are we adding? Because we already have minus here. So it's easier for us to add up this so that it can cancel out from here, leaving us with x variables. So we can then add up these x variables to give 5x. Then this 5x becomes equals to 2 plus 13. Okay, we have to add up this, which is what we have here, to give us 15 here. Then the next phase is for us to divide each side by 5 so that we can be left with x, which is exactly what we are looking for, okay, at this stage. So we can see that we are dividing by x by 5 here. So we are left with x here. And this is 15 divided by 5, which gives us 3. So this is exactly what we have succeeded in having right here. Then now that we have gotten the value for x, then the next phase is for us to substitute for x in equation 1. All right, so we have to substitute for x in equation 1, and if we do that, we are going to have, this is equation 1, so anywhere we find x, wherever we find x, substitute 3. Okay, that is what we have done here. This is x, 2x, and now it's 2 times 3 plus y equals 2. So this is exactly what we have done. Then when we multiply 2 times 3, okay, when we multiply 2 by 3, we are going to get 6. Then here we have our y, and this is equals to 2. Then we can take y to the right hand side, and when going that way, it changes to minus. Remember, it was plus here. So when it's crossing, it changes to what? Minus. So this becomes y equals 2 minus 6. And y becomes, there's going to be minus in the final answer because a bigger number is being separated from a smaller number. So that's why we have minus here. Then 2 minus, or 6 minus 2 is 4. So that's why we have a minus 4. And this is the answer for y, and this is for x, which means the answers are x equals 3 and y equals minus 4. So these are the solutions to these simultaneous equations, and we are able to solve them using the elimination method. I hope you are deriving value in my video. I appreciate the fact that you are here and you're always joining me whenever I want to make video. I appreciate you for that, and I'm very much grateful. Thank you for making AZ Science TV your choice. I can assure you, you are going to be very happy and deriving value from this video whenever we come online. So thank you very much for being here. So this is the very first question for tonight. We are going to solve the second one, which we are going to say goodbye, which we are going to use to say goodbye tonight. Okay, so let's take the second question for tonight. So right here, we have another question. So in this case, we are giving x, we are giving x minus 3y equals 1. And here we have 2x plus y equals 3. So we are going to rename it again, and this becomes our equation 1. While here we take this as equation 2. So these are the two equations which we are going to solve. But don't forget, we are using the elimination method. Please recall that. Let's remember that we are using this method, the elimination method. So now we can see here that the coefficient of x are not equal and the coefficient of y are not also equal. So what are we going to do? Don't worry, we are going to equate the coefficient of any one of them. Right? So let's equate the coefficient for y. You may choose x, but I think we should go for y. Okay, just for the purpose of this class, we'll go for y. Now, how do we do that? Now, the coefficient of y here is 1. So multiply here by 1, right? You multiply by 1 here. So we are multiplying by 1 here. And here, the coefficient of y here is 3. So we multiply by 3. You can see what we have done here. We multiply here by 1 and here by 3. So use the coefficient of y here to multiply this. Don't bother about the signs. Leave the signs alone. Just use the coefficient of y here. Okay, not minding the sign, to multiply the entire elements here in equation 1, and use the coefficient of y here. Don't bother about the sign, to multiply everything we have here. All right, so how are we going to achieve this? We are going to do this by so let's draw a line a cross line so that we can use it to differentiate the equations, okay, and the stages that we are in. Right, so we are going to look at the equation in this manner. Please let's pay attention to this right now. Here we have 1 times everything here remains the same, so we are going to repeat equation 1. Equation 1 is going to be x, okay. Equation 1 is going to be x. So equation 1 is going to be x, then minus 3y equals 1, and this is still our equation 1. Please don't forget that our equation 1 remains equation 1. But for this, remember, we are going to use 3 to multiply each of the terms here. So let's do it now. Here we have 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. So this is going to be 6x. 6x, and this minus. Okay, this is plus, plus here. Then 3 times y is 3y. And this is equals to 3 times 23. 3 times 3 is 9, and 3 times 2 is 6. So this will give us 69 here. And this is our equation. Let's call this equation 3. Please don't be worried about that. Or we can call this one. Remember, we are repeating equation 1. All right, this is equation 1. It has changed, but this is still our equation 1, and here is equation 3, but there's a change. We can't call this equation 2 because they do not have the same elements. All right, so it has been multiplied by this variable here. So here we can see that we can add up. When we adding equation 1 and 2, so let us add. Okay, we can add adding equation 1 and what, and 3. Okay, equation 1 and equation 3. Okay, so together we are going to add these two together, and when we do that, we are going to have x plus 6x. We are going to get 7x. This will give us 7x equals to this one. We go, okay, these two will cancel each other, right? Since they are now equal, and the signs are opposite. So let's just cancel them here, not to waste our time. And here we are going to add up 1 and 69. That is going to give us 70. Okay, 1 and 69. When we add 1 and 69, we'll get 70. Then we can divide both sides by 7. When we divide both sides by 7, we are going to have 7x over 7 equals to 70 over 7, right? So when these two cancel each other, we will be left with x equals 10. Okay, this is the answer for x. This is the value of x in this expression, right? Now, how do we get the value for y? It's quite easy. Just like the way we substituted initially, we can substitute into any of the equations, and we are going to get the value for y. So let's quickly see if we can get the value for y. All right, so here we are going to write x. So let's use x minus 3y equals to 1. So this is equation 1. Right? So equation 1 is what we have right here. Now, what we are going to do is that we want to substitute for x here. So here, substitute for x, we are going to have 10. Instead of this x here, we have our 10 minus 3y equals to 1. This is what we have for x, okay? So this is y now. So what we're going to do, we take this 10 to the other side. If we take this 10 to the other side, right? So this is equation 1. Then let's take 10 to this other side. We are going to be left with minus 3y equals to 1 minus 10. Okay, equals to 1 minus 10. Remember, this is plus 10. When it's crossing, it changes to minus 10. And this minus belongs to 3. Okay, so that's why we have it. Then we have 3 minus 3y is equals to minus 9, right? So that is what we have for that stage. Now we are going to, please permit me to draw a line here for better understanding, for better demarcations for us to understand what we're doing here. Now we have minus 3y equals to minus 9. So we are now going to write that minus 3y equals minus 9. Then we are going to divide each side, okay, by minus 3 here, minus 3. All right? Remember, we are to find y. We are actually finding the value of y. What it means is that y is equals to minus, we cancel minus. This one will go, minus will go. Then 9 divided by 3 is 3. So this is the solution for y. Therefore, it implies that our x is equals to 10 and our y is equals to 3. So this is the solution to this particular question, and I hope you are following what I'm doing here. Please, I need your comment, I need your engagement, I need you to comment, share, and like, because that is the only way this video will get to more persons who are preparing for examination. If you have friends, you have members of your families, you have any other person, nice people to you, and you want this video to get to them, please do well to share this video. I can assure you they will not regret having this. Okay, it will be one of the best things you have done for them too, and I will be more than grateful to have you sharing this video. Thank you for your comments. I'm always happy when I see your comments. It's a source of encouragement and motivation. Okay, and this will keep AZ Science TV alive, because your presence here is making a difference. So thank you very much. Now this is the second question. Now I'll go back and make explanation to what I've done so far. I'll repeat what I've said so far. But for those of you that are joining me, if you have not subscribed, please do well to smash the subscribe button. Ensure that you subscribe. I can assure you, you are going to be very happy. Please motivate me by smashing the subscribe button and be a part of this growing family. Thank you very much. Now, let me repeat what I've done previously. Now here, we are given x minus 3y equals 1. This is our equation 1. And we are given 2x plus y equals 23. And this is equation 2. Now, what we are simply going to do is to eliminate one of the variables, x or y, but we have chosen to eliminate y. So the implication is that we must ensure that the coefficient of y must be equal, because if the coefficient of y are not equal on both equations, there is no way we can eliminate y. Okay, so whatever you want to eliminate, ensure that the coefficients are the same on both equations, right? So they must be the same. So that is the reason for us doing this, to equate or to make sure that the coefficients are equal. Use the coefficient of y in equation 2 to multiply the whole equation in 1. Then use the coefficient of y in equation 1 to multiply everything in equation 2. And if you do that, you are going to arrive at this second stage here. All right, so you arrive here. Then here we have been able to equalize that. You can see that the coefficient is now 3 and 3. Okay, now the question is, are we adding or subtracting? How do we eliminate? Are we going to eliminate by adding or subtracting? If you already have minus and plus here, there is no point eliminating by subtraction. Okay, just add up. When you add up, this and this will just disappear, cancel each other, okay, and be eliminated. X plus 6x is 7x, and this is equals to 1 plus 69 is 70. Then we can divide both sides by 7, since we have to find the value of x at this stage. And when we do that, 7, we cancel 7, then we'll be left with x equals to 70 divided by 7 is 10. So that is this is the value for x in these equations. Then here we are to substitute. It is time for substitution. Remember, you must always substitute. Whether you are using elimination method, when you get one value, then we substitute into the original equation. We substitute into the original equation, and this will give us the value for the next or for the second variable. So we substitute for x here, which is 10. X is 10, so substitute here, and that is minus 3y equals 1. Then this 10x is moved to this place, okay, to the right hand side, and we're having here 1 minus 10, and we'll be left with minus 3y here. So 1 minus 10 is minus 9, because we are subtracting a bigger number from a smaller number. So that's why we have something like this. Then minus 3y equals minus 9. At this stage, we have to find y. So whatever is attached to y, we have to eliminate it or cancel it. So we have to divide both sides by minus 3. That's what we have done here. Minus 3y divided by minus 3 equals to minus 9 divided by minus 3. So minus 3 cancel minus 3 here. Then here minus cancel minus, and 9 divided by 3 is 3. So this is the value for y. Therefore, the solution is x equals to 10 and y equals to 3. These are the solutions for this simultaneous equation. So thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you. I am very grateful. Thank you for being a member of Easy Science TV and always committed to watching our content. Please, I would like to always have your comments and your engagement all through. Please like and share. And if you're not subscribed, please do well to smash the subscribe button. And I can assure you, you keep getting valuable content from Easy Science TV. So thank you very much for being here. This will be the last question for tonight before we go to bed. So I wish you a very good night rest, as you have been a part of our engagement today. So I appreciate you for that. So this is the topic for today. Please do well to join me tomorrow morning. I will be here. I'm going to treat so many topics, but we'll focus on one specific topic tomorrow. So tomorrow is mathematical weekend. So every weekend we hold our mathematical class. We call it mathematical weekend. So we make your weekend to be mathematical. So thank you very much. I am very grateful. So I wish you all the best as we end this live stream. So please enjoy yourself. Have a good night's sleep and good night. Take care of yourself. Bye.